Hey everybody, Sister Fantastic here. Welcome to today's video. It's a get ready with me. And I want to go back into this Blueberry Muffin palette and the other Weekend Vibe palettes from BH Cosmetics. The last time that I was in this palette with you guys, I used some of these pretty blues and that shimmer right there, this shimmer right here, and that shimmer right there, I think. But anyway, today I think I want to go into this color right here and work primarily like in this section. And I may use this pretty peach-like shade as well. So anyway, I'm going to start with complexion today and just move and get that out of the way. I've got moisturizer on. I used the one from Tatcha. It's not the overnight one for dry skin, it's the other one, and so it's like a daytime type moisturizer, and but it's heavy enough to do the job for dry skin, let me tell you. Okay, I'm going to use this Be Bella All Day Seal Primer. It's just a little gel primer. It's like a silicone type primer, and it fills in the pores, and just a little bit goes a long way. So I'm just going to put that on and just start from the T-zone. Make sure that nose is covered real good. All these places where the makeup breaks up the quickest, and then I just move outward and cover the rest of the face, including my chin and my neck. And that little bit is enough for the whole face. Okay, now for foundation. Let me choose one that has like gold in it. I've got this one from Juvia's Place, and it's in the shade called I Am Magic, and in the shade Vienna, and it has a little bit of gold in it, and it's full coverage, and all it takes is one pump. If you can get the pump to work right. Mine's wanting to stick right now. But anyway, if all else fails, you can just unscrew the lid and just get some foundation from the cap. And that little bit right there that's on my hand is probably going to be enough for my whole face. So I like to start with foundation in the areas where I really need it the most, which is right around the eyes and the nose, and just blend it outward with my finger. And then I can do the other side. You know, I used to apply my foundation with my hands all the time. And, I mean, every day when I was working for Cracker Barrel, I'd put on, I wore Clinique back then. And this is before I started YouTube and started using, you know, a variety of products. Anyway, I liked the foundation, and they had a powder foundation as well. And so I would apply the liquid foundation, and then I would apply the powder foundation over it to set it, and that got me through my shift. And let me tell you, working in a restaurant like Cracker Barrel as a server is no joke. I mean, you sweat, and that makeup held all evening long. My shift was like 4 to close, and so at 10 o'clock they'd close the doors on a weeknight and 11 o'clock on the weekend, and then you had like an hour's worth of side work to do and roll your silverware and all that stuff, because you couldn't get all that done while you were serving guests, or the guests would suffer. And, you know, some people could do it all at the same time. I couldn't. I'm too slow. Anyway, I wanted to focus, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes getting silverware out of the dish room was a major feat, because the dishwashers would wait and wash the silverware after all the other dishes were washed, which didn't make a bit of sense to me, because we need silverware. Anyway, So it was a battle. You know, working in the restaurant's a battle sometimes. You know, you have the elements to fight. I'm trying to put this up. I gotta find me I don't know where the spot was. There it is. Okay. All right, so there's that. And now this concealer that I've been stuck on from Toy Factory. It's got niacinamide in it, and it's very hydrating underneath the eyes. I need the help with that because I have dry under eyes, and here lately it seems like I've had a lot of sinus congestion, and so it makes my under eyes even more puffy and more tired looking because of sinus pressure. And so, I mean, I just can't imagine doing my makeup without concealer. That's what I'm trying to say. Concealer is my friend. It's my friend. So what's left over, you know, I just bring it in right here on the tops of the cheeks and around the nose. Okay, so there's that. Now I'm going to set it. I've been using this Morphe, what's it called? Morphe Mini Bacon Setting Powder in translucent. It's just a little sample, but I've really been enjoying it. And so I'm just going to take a puff and, you know, put some on the corner and just get right in here and set these areas where the concealer is. And just get those places really good. The mascara that I want to use today is waterproof. I mean waterproof. And the last time I wore it, I had to wash my face like 2 or 3 times just to get it off. Okay, and then with what's left in the cap, I'm just going to smooth it on the puff and just dab to set that makeup. Not very much powder at all, but I did want to at least set that down. Okay, so we've got that done. Now let's go into the eyes. I want to use this Beauty Crop Stuck On You, and I'm going to apply it with a brush. I've got this nice big fat one here, and it's at I'm at a place now with this panning situation here where it's hard to dig my finger in it and not get it up underneath my fingernails. So I'm just going to apply it with a brush and just get a light coverage. And here in a few minutes, when I take a break to do my eyelashes, I'll put my brow products on then. All right, so there's that. Okay, I'm gonna let that set for a second, and I'm gonna use the Belgian Waffle palette that's got the bronzer in it. Bronzer and the highlighter. And this cooler toned one here, I like it pretty good. It's called Batter. So it's a nice one. Nice and light. More cooler toned, you know, for my skin tone. It'll help balance out that warm foundation too. And bring a little color back into my face. It's a beautiful day here in Savannah. We're fixing to get out and go for a drive. We're going to drive into Alabama. Good hour and 10, 15 minutes drive from here is where we're going. We're going to be with some friends and have a meeting and fellowship and food and we're just going to have a good time. We're going to spend the evening in Alabama. And I'll be back later on. Anyway, I'm filming this on Saturday. All right, I'm not going to labor long on that. And I'll probably come back to that palette for the highlighter. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. But anyway. All right, now I'm going to grab this new Lorella brush that I've got. I like this brush. And I'm going to go into this blush palette. And I'm going to use this bright pink one here. It's called Peachy Keen. It's got some peach in it, but compared to the other peaches that are in the palette, it really looks pink. And especially here on camera, it really looks pink. But there is some peach in it. So anyway, I'm going to put a little blush on the situation. And I definitely want to use a highlighter today. With all this matte stuff going on. Mattified skin, mattified bronzer and blush. Okay, not going to labor long there. Huh, I just don't labor long, do I? Okay, I'm kind of in a hurry. Not really, but I kind of am. Because I have some other things I want to do before we go. Okay, now, let's get into this palette. And, let's see. I'm going to grab this brush here from MOTD. And I want to head straight in to that pretty brown. Well, maybe I should do this one first. Let's do that one first. It's called Fluffy. Huh. Fluffy. It's kind of a peachy color. Great for a transition. We got some friends driving in from Crossett, Arkansas to be with us. I'm so excited. Can't wait to see them. It's been a month since we've seen them. And we don't get much time together. You know, just during the time that we're actually, after the meeting's over, you know, when we're eating and stuff, that's it. And of course, there's other people that they know, so they're talking to them too. So anyway, you might get a 5 or 10 minute conversation in, but it's worth it to see them. This is pretty. It's got some pink in it, but it's mostly a peach color. I really like it. Let's make sure and put plenty of it on. Okay. Now with that same brush, I'm going to go into that brown shade. It's called 350. And I'm just going to, let's see how pigmented it is on top of this peach color. I'm going to put it all in the crease on top of that peach color. It's showing up good. It's nice. It's nice. I'm going to watch this shade right here called Baker's Dozen. That is a black. Oh my God. I think it has a blue, a bit of blue in it, like a, but it's black. I just wanted to check that out. It's dark. Anyway, continuing on with 350. And I'm just going for like a rounded eye today. Make sure I get this hot spot here. And then once it's laid down pretty good, then I can, you know, kind of carry it out right there on that outer edge. It's a pretty brown. And when you mix it with that peach, it just looks really nice. Okay. Now let me switch brushes. And let's see here. This shade called Decadent. Oh, it's like a purplish brown. Let's swatch that. Oh yeah. That is gorgeous. Okay, that's what I'm going to go with. It's called Decadent. And I'm going to use a little short stubby brush. This is from Mayonge. And I'm just going to get right out here in this outer V section. I'm going to go deep in the crease and just hit this outer V. And over that brown, it's going to take on more of a brownish type hue. Oh yeah, that's cool. That's a pretty color. So even with all these blues, I mean, these neutrals here are nice, you know? And that's one thing I like about this palette, is that there's lots of versatility. And you can mix. Like if you were to mix this color I'm using right now with some of those blues, it would look even more purple. Okay. Okay, so it's not perfect, but we're doing good. All right, let me set this brush down. And I gotta clean my fingers. Let me take a break. And I'm going to do my brows and put on some mascara and stuff. We'll come back and we'll finish up the eyes in a minute. Okay, got my brows and everything done. I want to go back into the palette, into that shade called Fluffy. Ooh, almost dropped the whole palette. Right down there, that matte and that really pretty light colored one that we started with. And I'm using a clean brush, really fluffy clean brush. And I'm just going to like go over the top here on up into the brow bone and just kind of blend things together. Just to soften things up and make it look a little bit more clean and to give me a lift underneath the brow bone in a matte fashion. Soft matte fashion. And I think I'm going to use some of that same shade right through here as well. Okay. And I may put a little shimmer or something after a while. Okay, now I'm going to go into that black, and I'm going to use this like flat, skinny flat brush. And I'm just going to go straight in. And we're going to use it as an eyeliner. And we're just going to create a little wing here. And then with what's left on the brush, I'm going to go underneath the lash line. Because this black is intense. And I'm just using the corner of the brush to like smudge it over. Just to kind of control the pigment. because this black is intense, as you can see. But wow, what a difference. Okay, now the other eye. And I wanted to get this done before I put any false lashes on or anything. This palette is so good, y'all. I mean, it really is. It's a good one. I'm glad that I got it. Anyway, this is a fall look. I'm just staying away from the blues and using the neutrals today. And I could have put a blue down here if I'd wanted to like add a pop of color, you know, to the bottom lash line. But I just really want to stick with the neutrals for today. Whew, that's intense right there. Okay, I did a little bit of mascara, not a whole lot, just like one coat. But I'm using that mascara that I was telling y'all about, the Mage-Fi brand. This stuff is waterproof and it volumizes really good. But there's this like little brush and comb set on the end of it to help separate the lashes. And of course, I'm new at using a tool like that, but the wand itself is really nice. It's like a silicone wand. It's got a lot of teeth, holds quite a bit of product, and it is black. So anyway, it's a good mascara if you like waterproof, and it is waterproof. It will not budge. Okay, let me do a little highlighter while I'm right here with y'all. I am going to go back into this palette from BH Cosmetics, the Weekend Vibes Belgian Waffle. And I'm going to use this lightest one down here. It's called Powdered Sugar, right here in the corner. And I'm using a new Lorella brush. It's kind of dense, but anyway, let's see what happens. I'm just going to tap it in and then blend it out. I wanted to see how it performed with highlighter before I resort to using it as a crease brush. So, boom. Boom shakalaka. Let's do the nose. And the Cupid's bow. And now this side. You should be able to see it better on this side because the afternoon sun is over there. It's getting on towards that time of the year where my best filming times are going to be before noon. That's the way it is in the winter. That is so nice, y'all. Okay. I don't think I'm going to put anything, any other highlighter on anywhere else today. So now what I want to do is lips. Give me just a minute. I'll be back. I got to pick out a couple of lip products. Okay, y'all, I'm back. This is the finished eye look. I popped on a pair of natural human hair lashes from Koki Cosmetics. These are real natural looking, and the number is FL645 if you're interested. And anyway, they were easy to apply, and with the way I'm wearing my eyeshadow today, it was just enough to give that volume that I was looking for. And when they ship them to you inside the little, the underside of the little lash thing, there's a bit of adhesive as well. But I didn't use that. I used my favorite, which is the Duo Glue. I love this stuff. It is a quick dry. It's called Quick Set Strip Lash Adhesive in white, which dries clear, and it's from Duo. And I get this off of Amazon. Okay, I can link it below if you like. All right, let's do lips. I'm going to use the other end of the V Cosmetic lip liner today. This is in the shade Night Love. Anyway, I swatched it right there above the eyeshadows, and it's like a really pretty light peach. And I do have a lip balm on from Lorella. It's a night time lip balm. Like you put it on before you go to bed. But I'm wearing it because I'm going to put a liquid lipstick on. One that has some staying power. I really like this lip liner. Both colors are really pretty. Okay, there is the lip liner. Make sure I get that cap on there good. Okay, now I want to go into this liquid lipstick from Appeal. I've only used this once. I really liked it though because it stayed on for a long time, and I like the doe foot. It makes it super easy. Super easy to apply, and it has long wear staying power. Alright, now I'll just spray everything down. And since I know for sure that this mascara is waterproof, this is from Emma Hardy. It's called Plump and Glow Hydrating Facial Mist. It's about 2/3 empty now. I'm trying to use it up. I got so many setting sprays. Okay, y'all, this is the look. It is a neutral, but it is fabulous. And that one color really adds a lot to the look. That peachy, that lightest one, that it transforms the purple shade, the brownish purple shade, into a more pinky purple. And so anyway, let's look again. I started with it, and then I went into the brown, which was nice, and then I used that deep purplish brown, which is absolutely gorgeous. I love that color. And then I popped a little of the black on, the Baker's Dozen, which has like a, it's like a really dark, it looks kind of bluish in the pan, but it's definitely a black. But you know, some blacks have a blue base, you know, they're more blue underneath it all. So, and I think that they did that on purpose in this palette because it would just go with, you know, all the other shades really, really well. So, but anyway, that shade right there, that purplish brown shade, which looks really purple when you swatch it, it's everything. That shade is gorgeous. So anyway, this is the look. It's matte, but it's fabulous. I didn't put any shimmers at all on today. No shimmers whatsoever. Just the highlighter. I didn't even put any shimmers on the lid. I just let the lid go, you know, natural. Alright, y'all, that is it for me today. Something a little bit different. Not too cray-cray, though. Anyway, something suitable, you know, for what I'm doing. Anyway, I appreciate y'all watching today. Give me a thumbs up on the video today. And if you haven't subscribed already, I'd like to invite you to do that. And I just want to say thank you very much for all that YouTube love. All right, y'all, that's it for me today. Hope you're having a great day. God bless you today is my prayer. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.